I'll tell you what led to that shooting in just a minute, but first, a vigil planned to show support for officers' family quickly turned into a night of mourning after Sergeant Moore passed away just before 6 this evening. KXLY4's Grace Ditzler was at tonight's vigil, and Grace, when a police officer is killed, it's not just an agency that loses an officer, it's an entire community.
Yeah, Nadine, the entire community were the people that came out tonight, not just the local Coeur d'Alene community, but members of his longtime friends and family flew out to be with him tonight. And many of the people who were at the vigil tonight didn't even know he had passed away until they got there. So together they all prayed for him, for his family, for the community, and for law enforcement around the country.
And God, we ask you, Lord, to help his family.
It was a gathering to mourn and to show support.
We're lifting up prayers for the family and for our police officers. They're going through a horrible thing right now because one of their brothers has been killed.
In this church parking lot in Coeur d'Alene, hundreds of people gathered, dressed in blue, holding candles to remember Sergeant Greg Moore.
I know what an amazing person Greg Moore was, but I know all these people didn't know how special that was, but they were here anyway because they understood the loss and the importance of showing that this wasn't a trivial thing that happened. It was a big deal.
Dan, Dave, and Kevin were Sergeant Moore's college buddies at the University of Idaho. When they heard the news this morning, they made the trips from Richland, Washington, Colorado, and Nevada.
We just left the hospital with his family and saw his wife and have to tell his child, his 12-year-old son, that his dad wasn't going to make it home tonight.
These men never imagined they would be standing here today.
You never think in your wildest imagination that this is going to hit you, and we woke up this morning, with a friend, and we had to say goodbye to one today, and that's pretty painful.
The harsh reality of Moore's passing is just setting in for his friends and the whole community.
You hear about all the bad things that are going on in this world with cops and other communities and police and other communities. You never realize it's going to hit home. And for today, it really hit home for us, and it hit home for this community.
But Moore's friends took comfort in the vigil. All these people pouring out their love for Sergeant Moore's family and standing up for law enforcement. It's the very beginning of what will be a long and painful healing process.
I hope every single person continues to share stories about him, because we've got a lot, and I don't want his reach to ever stop. So everybody that he ever touched, keep telling those stories.
And the community is showing their support in other ways too. I just checked, and a GoFundMe account that was set up this morning has already raised almost $21,000. Various restaurants and coffee shops are also raising money. People are bringing food donations to the police department. And law enforcement will be putting stickers on their cars that have Sergeant Moore's call number on it to honor him. Reporting in Coeur d'Alene tonight, Grace Ditzler, KXLY4 News.
All right.